Hello, my name is Sebbi and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, November 13th, 2022. Today I like to continue working on the cat monument, but first I need to feed the real cat and I like to update a PB in the Hall of Sports. It happened out of an accident, more or less. I will talk about this in just a second. First I need to focus on the cat. Here, you got your fresh coat. Alright, cat starts to purr. Let's step outside. Make sure that everything is fine and in order. Lately we had some Enderman incidents, so I'm really careful that nothing like this happens again. Also, it's November, and as we determined over the course of the last years, the month of November is the month of the creeper, so I need to be extra careful not to let one of these green guys into the park. This could be bad. This could be really bad. Alright, let's do this. Let's head over to the sheep as well as the Hall of Sports. This is a pretty good location, so I can do both things with one journey, more or less. So that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, yesterday in the park run, I apparently did a PB for a mile. So my PB for the mile distance has improved, which is nice. Happened out of an accident. Yesterday was just hilarious. So it was a somewhat cold day. It was, of course, foggy, as it always is in this region. And we only had around 3 centigrade or so. But yeah, I felt still good, especially with the knowledge that, okay, I'm going to run now a bit faster. And I do have the opportunity to dispose my, or rather deposit my sweater and long sleeve shirt in one of the bags of the park run, so that I can just put it on again once I'm back in the finish. And yeah, so I thought, okay, that's cool. I mean, I was just wearing shorts anyways, but let's also wear only a singlet for the run itself. I mean, I wore gloves. It's 3 centigrade and fog. There you have to wear gloves at least. But a singlet is enough for me. So yeah, did that, and this of course resulted in the usual disbelief. Okay, let's do this real quick. So 1 mile. 1 mile was 157. Not 157, 557. Now 1 mile is 555. So improved by 2 seconds. Pretty cool. But not as cool as that one. This one is really cool. Yeah, so I was happy that the temperatures were in my favor. Temperatures that I enjoy. Said at least I wore gloves because, hey, I mean, it's 3 centigrade. There you have to put on some more clothes, I guess. And yeah, right from the start, I got a comment by one of the other runners. I expect you to run at least a sub 19-minute time when you start in a singlet. So I had some additional incentive to run faster. In the end, I finished with the 1848. So I think my PB is 1843. We can check this in just a second. 5 seconds off my PB for those 5K. And yeah, was pretty happy, and apparently I had a very quick mile during this run, so that's cool too. I was really surprised by this. I mean, I felt really good during the run, which I guess is also can also be contributed to the weather. But yeah, I was surprised because I just wore my more or less daily running shoes. Well, I use them also for long runs, but they are not carbon plated shoes, so they're not my fast shoes, not my racing shoes. And still, without carbon fiber in my shoes, I got pretty close to my PB, which I guess is a sign that either the weather was definitely in my favor. I mean, yes, that's for sure. Weather was in my favor, or I continued to improve. I continued to improve my performance. Maybe both. Maybe it's the combination of both. But yeah, this was cool. And also fun. Others were running in long tights and beanies and jackets and whatnot. And I was the one zooming about in shorts and a singlet, like it's summer. The only difference was I had gloves on. Yeah, great time. Really great time. Really good time also. Speaking of the time I needed. So this was cool. This was fun yesterday. So this resulted in a nice start into the weekend. Today I'm not entirely sure what I will do. I mean, I'm once again contemplating, shall I go on a quick road bike trip? Shall I do the November road bike trip, so to say, as the sun seems to be coming out. The sun seems to defeat the fog, and according to my weather app on my smartphone, it's even going up to 13 degrees Celsius. Still a bit fresh, of course, for road bike trip. Well, not super fresh, but there you have to think more a bit about what you're wearing. But yeah, it would be a good opportunity before, in the end, rain and no sun and whatever will happen. The weather forecast is not quite sure what will happen over the next days, weeks. And yeah, I'm thinking about, maybe I could do my road bike trip. On the other hand, I also just want to play games and relax and so on. But going out on a late fall road bike trip in a late fall sunny day is always a nice experience. So I'm really thinking, what shall I do? I mean, I of course can also do both. The sun isn't shining that long, and I also just like to do a short bike trip or so. Bar to you too. So yeah, not true. Maybe I said I do both. And yeah, then unfortunately, creeper guy. It's speaking of sun. Where's the sun? The sun is behind there. Okay. So soon we have sunset, which means I can. Yeah, okay. Let's make sure. Let's check again what my 5K PB is. I think it's for 1843. So I was 5 seconds off then. And then we need to get to the lighthouse to sleep there during the night. Yeah, then it's week again, work days again. The week will be a bit better. Yeah, 1843, so I was 5 seconds off. The week will be a little bit better because on Wednesday there's not really a bank holiday, but there's somewhat of a holiday which is not completely free. Normally the entire day was lecture free. For some reason the university decided to not to do this again, instead, because they normally use that day for some kind of day of teaching where you can where we give talks to each other, well, where there's a chance to exchange some knowledge about how to do good teaching and so on. But now they want to do this during the lecture free period or so. I'm not entirely sure what kind of concept they follow. The good thing, however, is the first half of the day, so until noon, it's still lecture free. So because there's somewhat of event going on, maybe they want to allow people to go to the sheep. Careful. They want to allow people. Ooh, dear. Okay. Shearing the black sheep I spotted is just getting a little bit more dangerous than I anticipated. Let's also deal with that skeleton there. Because I know that there are some black sheep somewhere here around. Yeah, back there, black sheep. And yeah, so basically until noon it's lecture free, and my lecture starts at 10 a.m. and goes to noon, which means I'm on the good end of that day, so no teaching, well, no lecture next week, which is nice. So it's a little bit of a more relaxed week. Still have to work the entire Wednesday, but no teaching. So that's good. I mean, I think I would have also talked about this next episode on Wednesday. Oh yeah, that's the thing that makes me a little bit more happy about the upcoming week or so. So yeah, that. Also, I feel, I don't know, time feels weird. It's still, I mean, we are November 13th. Dang, we are already in the middle of November. What's going on? Why is this going on? But yeah, I still feel like, oh man, it's still so much time until December and all this Christmas jazz and end of the year jazz and so on. But on the other hand, it's not that far away anymore. I mean, 1 month from now, we are in the middle of this advent season. This is crazy. Why? But yeah, I still feel like it's so much time, and I don't know. It's strange to always realize. Wait a second. We're already in the middle of November. How did that happen? Yeah. So yeah, that, and I think that's more or less everything that happened so far. There wasn't so much excitement going on or crazy things going on for the... Man, the stupid trader's still there. Can't this guy leave? there was nothing else happening for the rest of the week so far. So there, I mean, maybe I should just check out what this guy has to offer to just see what I could buy. You don't wander off. Well, bye. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really followed the entire process. I guess tomorrow morning they want to have a second attempt to launch, well, another attempt to launch the Artemis mission. Super big new moon Mars rocket. Sea pickle, pink tulip, pointed dripstone, bucket of tropical fish. Well, you have lots of flower stuff, but no, I'm not interested. I'm sorry. So, oh dear. Yeah, there's basically, what do I wanted to say? I distracted myself now. What was I discussing about? Dang. What? This is crazy. My mind just went blank. Oh man. Anyways. What? What do I wanted to discuss? I don't know anymore. This is really strange. I can't really recall what I wanted to say. Don't know. So yeah, for today, as said, not entirely sure what I will do. I mean, I know that I definitely need to do some cooking and so on. I want to prepare some sauce bolognese for some noodles. And then come the decision. Bike ride or no bike ride? I mean, in the end it will be just a short bike ride because I want to use my weekend for some playing of games and so on. It's interesting, speaking of the weather, that it's to me at least is a little bit strange with this. We changed from summertime to winter time again in the end of October, I think last weekend of October or so. And yeah, we do have some time. And now it's brighter again in the morning, so toward the end of October, most of my runs started in complete darkness. And depending on the length of the run, even ended before the sun came up. Now with that change of time, it's getting brighter in the morning. I had some very beautiful mornings this week where I was just, yeah, enjoying seeing how it got brighter and brighter, and it already started to, yeah, the dawn of day has already started by when I started with my run. It was really nice to see how everything got brighter and brighter, but yeah, it feels weird because it's suddenly bright in the morning again, but at the same time, the sun, you know that the angle of the sun, how it shines down, it's the color basically. Everything feels so different. I'm during the summertime, it's really a bright light, more or less. So it's really super bright outdoors. Right now in wintertime, even though when the sun is shining, it always feels like, okay, it's getting closer to sunset during the summertime, and I feel this is always a very distinct phenomenon during this change of the seasons or between the seasons, that you can really say, okay, this kind of sunlight is only here during the winter time. This kind of sunlight is only here during the summertime. I think that's really a thing you experience when you're living in the northern hemisphere. I mean, I here in Germany am not that far up. So if you go to Scandinavia, it must be even more drastic. But at the same time, I think, at least I found this very interesting several years ago, as we've been to the North Cape in Norway, and I just checked, okay, North Cape here, and what is basically on the rest of the globe. And at this geographical location, somewhere else, it would be in the middle of Alaska, where there's permanent ice, and there are no settlements. And in Norway there are still settlements because of the Gulf Stream and so on. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where Germany is with respect to other nations at the same geographical location, more or less. But I feel we are, compared to other regions, are quite far up north already. So I think we experience already some features of that. Yeah, I just find it interesting. Of course, we don't have polar night, so we at least do have a couple of hours of daylight during the winter. I think it's still 6-7 hours of daylight or so during the shortest days. I'm not entirely sure. I have to check this, but I think it's at least 7 hours of daylight or so, even more, maybe 8 hours. So it's not completely crazy, but it's still interesting. You notice the difference. And this brings me back to why I said, hey, a late fall road bike trip in the sunlight is always interesting, because you have the sunset vibe during the middle of the day or so. So that's cool. Yeah, need to see if I do this or if I do nothing like that. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Oh yes, now I remember. I was talking about the Artemis mission. They want to launch it tomorrow morning again. Need to see if this really happens or if it gets scrapped again. The launch time is basically around the time when I'm getting ready for my morning run. So I think I can the first half of the launch window or so I can watch, and then I really need to go out and run, because otherwise the schedule does not work out. So we will see. Maybe I'll just have to watch the replay, or maybe they scrap it again. We'll see what happens to the Artemis mission. And yeah, we are at the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will be joining me next time. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!